Listen to me, Delphine. This is how I had to talk to myself. Girl, you better listen to yourself. Listen here, talk to yourself. I said, girl, listen here. You know for a fact there was nothing that you did out of wrong intention. That you ain't just deliberately tried to hurt anybody. Now, just because they have taken it out of context for their own pleasure, because there is something that they are trying to do in order to hurt you. Because let me tell y'all something. When people are wanting to do something, they will do whatever they got to do to try to eliminate you. Anybody that they feel like is any type of hindrance, they will do whatever they got to do to try to eliminate you. So I found myself in a situation they were wanting to do something, and I was the one that was in the way. Why? Because I had their last name, and so I was in the way. So they needed to get rid of me in order for them to do something that they were wanting to do. And so all of this starts attacking and coming at me. But I had to have a conversation with myself. And when I had the conversation with myself, strength began to come up in me. The next time I went, no, I got victory. I got victory. I got victory. I'm trying to tell you tonight, you got victory. You got victory, y'all. We got the victory. I don't care what it is. When I'm going to say it to you again, I don't care what it is. I don't care what situation is messing with you. I don't care what circumstance is messing with you. We got the victory. You better hear me now. We got the victory. Now, and this is the thing about it. Let me go on to feel the unction of the Holy Ghost to go ahead and say this, to tell y'all this, continue on in my story. Now listen, this was crazy, man. I'm telling you, for 6 years, I want to say it was somewhere in the realm of 6 to 8 years, I was pursued. I was pursued for 6 to 8 years of legal situations, trying to take me into legal battles for 6 to 8 years. It happened. I was pursued. The Lord had to give me a word that I won't ever forget for the rest of my life. He used Jacob, where Laban pursued Jacob and didn't want to release that boy. God gave me a revelation and told me to start binding the spirit of Laban. Listen, one day I'm going to have to teach y'all that, because you got to understand the spirits that be in operation. There is a spirit called the spirit of Laban. He knew that Jacob was a success, and Jacob had the charisma. Jacob had the wisdom concerning some things. You see how he did with them cows and all, and how he got the best of those cows from Laban. And Laban did not want to lose Jacob, because Jacob was causing increase to come to him. Oh my God, listen, that's a whole nother thing that I'm going to have to help y'all with. But the Lord gave me revelation, and I began to bind that spirit of Laban. But when I tell you that thing chased me, it was 6 to 8 years before I ended up getting a victory off that behind that stuff. But I kept saying, I got the victory. I got the victory. I got the victory. I got the victory. I kept saying it. I got the victory. I got the victory. I'm not getting the victory. I'm going in here with the victory. I'm not getting the, Lord help me. I got the victory. Oh God, I can remember, Lord brought them back to my heart. May the Lord rest their souls. The Lord put some people in my pathway. God was good to me. The man was good to me, still is good to me. The Lord put some people in my pathway. I might cry, but don't worry about it. He put some people in my pathway. There was 3 women that went in the courtroom with me in one particular time. Lord help me. They sat back there in the back. They were 3 intercessors on my behalf. God help me, please. There was Delana Gray, God rest her soul, Jesus Christ. Pam Fluellen, God rest her soul, and Nicole Fluellen. Them 3 sisters, it was Nicole, Pam is Nicole's auntie. Delana was their friend. Them 3 women sat back there in that courtroom with me as intercessors on my behalf, to keep encouraging me. Anytime something would try to hit me, I'd turn and look back at them 3 sisters sitting back there as intercessors. That's why I know the power of intercession, y'all. I know the power of prayer. and what it will do. They sat back there and they prayed for me throughout the whole situation and circumstance of what was going on. I won't ever forget them. They did. They stood in the gap for me. I'm trying to let y'all know tonight that you got the victory. But there are some important keys that you got to know in order for you to walk in your victory. If you don't have certain things in place, then you will be defeated in your victory, in obtaining your victory. See, the enemy, the Lord sent them. The enemy was there. The enemy was punking them. And the Lord said, I want you to go on down here so that they can see that you got victory, because they don't think that you have somebody with you. They think that you are by yourself. They think that you are defeated. Look at how they woofing. But I'm going to send you on down here. Check it out what it says. Deuteronomy 20:1. When thou goest out to battle, I got to send you on out to battle. So I need to go ahead and let somebody know now. You're going to have to go on out to battle. I know y'all don't want to, you want to stay cute all the time. And, you don't really want to go out to battle. But, baby, sometimes you just got to go out to battle. Do you hear me? Sometimes you just got to go out to battle. I know you want to be just macked out all the time. I know you just want to be gorgeous all the time. You want to look as good as I do all the time. I know that. But check this out right here. Sometimes you're going to have to go out to battle because your enemies need to know that you got the victory, all right? Your enemies, your victory is so your enemies know you got the victory. You should already know you got victory when you became a Christian. You automatically got victory when Christ came in you, the hope of glory. You automatically got the victory, but your enemies need to know that you got the victory. Lord have mercy. When thou goest out to battle against thine enemies and see his horses. Look, he says, you're going to see some stuff now. He said, you see his horses, which means that you're going to see some stuff that your enemies got. Remember, I told y'all I saw people names and I saw people that were, was teaming up with them against me that just really got me. You know what I'm saying? I seen that. I'm like, oh, Lord, I see the horses. Look, he says, when you see his horses and chariots, when you see them now, he says, you're going to see the enemy. I'm finna send you out to battle, and you're going to see your enemy, okay? I need to let somebody know tonight that you gonna see the folk for exactly who they are, all right? You gonna see them. You don't want to see them for who they are, but you gonna have to see them for exactly who they are, all right? The Lord is sending you out to battle, but he's letting you know that you got the victory. I'm trying to tell somebody before I bust my head in here. I'm trying to let you know something tonight. You gonna see them. Go on ahead and get yourself ready, because you're going to see them for exactly who they are, because a lot of times we try to make people who they are not. A lot of times we have a figment of imagination and we create these characters in our minds about who people are when really they are not. But he says, look, when you see the horses, you go see them now. You're going to see the opposition. You're going to see those that are rising up against you. You're going to see them. I told y'all counterfeit emotions are still being revealed. I don't know. I think y'all thought I forgot the word, didn't you? Counterfeit emotions are still being revealed. Folks are still seeing people that are not real with them. Folks are still seeing folk that are shucking and jiving with them. Counterfeit emotions are still, Lord help me, counterfeit emotions are still being revealed. He says, look, when you see the horses in the chariots, and a people more than thou. Look at that. I told y'all, boy, them folk had them. I didn't even know them folk. He says, when you see them folk, when you see them and they are more than you, see, you just want somebody coming out, but they got a whole company of people. It seems as though every time you turn around, they got a company of masses of people are with them, are celebrating with them, hanging out and camping out with them. He says, when you see that now, he says, don't you be afraid of them, okay? Don't you be afraid at all. Don't you worry about it. Don't you tremble or nothing at all when you see it, all right? He says, why? Because he says, for the Lord thy God is with thee. See, I need to help somebody to hear this and understand this tonight. Y'all think I'm playing with this, don't you? Y'all think I'm joking. I'm the messenger trying to tell you. Listen to what he says right here. He says, don't you be afraid of them, for the Lord thy God is with thee. God is letting you know he's with you. Why you worried about them when God is walking with you? Oh my Lord. You see what they doing. They doing devilish stuff. So that let you know the Lord is not with them. They rising up being disrespectful, being ungrateful concerning things. You know that the Lord is not with them. And so the Lord is with you. He says, look, this is what I've got to do. I need you to turn your attention to me, please. I need you to set your eyes and your affection on me, please, because I'm trying to get you somewhere. I'm trying to give you victory, okay? I need you to get the right focus. You got the wrong focus. You looking at them when you need to be looking at me. I'm only taking you out to battle in front of them so that they see that they can't play with me. Oh, God, I'm only taking you out to battle with them so that they can see that they can't play with me because I'm with you. See, they think they got you by yourself. They think they can run game. They think they can do all kinds of stuff because they think you are alone. Somebody pray for me, please. Please pray for me. Y'all don't realize how heavy this mantle is. This is the thing about it. They think they got you alone. You ain't alone. You ain't alone. You hear me, Instagram? You ain't alone. You're not alone. They think, oh, we got them now. We got them all to themselves now. I got me a whole company of people that's supporting me. And we gonna take her down. Oh, we gonna get her. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, my God, they'll come up with stuff out your past and everything to try to use against you, to try to assassinate stuff against you. You know, you remember when she used to do this and when she used to do that and all that stuff came up with me. Every bit of that stuff came up with me. Man, my name was ruined in a city so bad, it was crazy. It was people that saw me from this particular town right close to here now. They saw me, and when they talked to me and encountered me, they were like, dawg, you ain't nothing like what I heard. What you heard? Ooh, we heard you was a bad lady. You ain't nothing like what we heard. See, they are trying to assassinate your character and all that types of stuff. So the Lord says, listen, when you see them, when you see the horses and the chariots, and he says also says, and the people are more than thou. So that lets you know now that you are going to get in situations sometime where it seems like it's bigger than you. Can I help y'all tonight, please? Y'all on my nightcap. Let me help you. And listen, let me give you something to help you sleep real good tonight. That's what the nightcap is. It'll help you rest tonight. He says, look, when you see them, and they are more than you, okay? And so there's going to be situations that are going to sometime look like it's more than you. There are going to be circumstances that are sometime going to look like it's bigger than you, okay? But listen here, Isaiah says, when you pass through the waters, they will not overtake you. When you go through the fire, it will not burn you. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? So there's going to be some tough situations sometime. Can I help y'all tonight? There's going to be some tough situations and some circumstances sometime. There's going to be a nasty divorce sometime. There's going to be backstabbing friends sometime. There's going to be church hurt sometime, okay? There's going to be misunderstandings sometime, all right? There's going to be death in the family sometime. There's going to be lack of funds sometime. All this stuff, there's going to be doctor's reports that not always good sometime. Do you hear me? He says, but listen, when you go out to battle and you see these things, you got to know that you already have the victory. You got to know that you've already won. You've got to know that if God be for you, he is more than the world that is against you. It takes many of them, but it don't take but one of him, God. Lord help me. It takes many of them, but it only takes one of him, God. Help your servant tonight, please. It takes many of them, but it only takes one of him. God help me, please. They have to rally together. The book of Psalms says it like this. It says they go round about the city barking like dogs. Dogs devour, they tear up things. It says they're barking like dogs. Why? Because they're attempting to assassinate your character. That's what that barking like dogs mean. They are coming to tear up your character. They're coming to tear up anything that you have built. And you know how when a dog grab a hold of something, and that's what it's trying to do. It's trying to grab a hold of your character. Say she ain't this and he ain't that. That's what it's trying to do, trying to tear it apart and rip it apart to straight.